This is Julian Smith, otherwise known as Smitty Soliloquy, for the Retrofitting Suburbia podcast. Today's topic, we will be talking about the Avenue located in White Marsh, Maryland. It's a social hub that is across the street from White Marsh Mall. And I will start off this podcast by having my guest, very esteemed, well-renowned influencer in the community, Diane Marie Smith, a decorated Navy veteran and overall general pleasure to be around. Diane has worked and put in decades of work in the White Marsh area and is very familiar and also a current resident. Diane, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you.
It is such a pleasure to have you on the show today. And by the way, as I should mention, Diane Smith is my mother. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Of course. So, tell us a little bit about yourself, Diane.
I grew up in Edna Gardens. I moved around in the White Marsh, Perry Hall area in early 2000s. That's where I raised my three boys, and my daughter. And Jasmine was first. We moved around there when Jasmine was about 11, 12 years old.
And at that time, Jasmine, I believe, went to Perry Hall Middle School.
Yes.
And then high school.
Yes.
Which are both the popular high schools and middle schools in the White Marsh area.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's safe to say that you know fairly well about the area. So, when it comes to the Avenue, from the research that I did, the Avenue back in 1994 was actually a blanketed field across the street from the mall. The mall was the main attraction back when malls were booming in the 90s. 94 rolled in, and 94 was also the erection of Old Navy, very popular clothing store. Yes, so around 94, they placed Old Navy along with several other stores like Barnes & Noble and the movie theater in that Avenue area.
Yes.
Right, in the early 2000s, that was pretty much, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, that was the only thing to do there, the movie theater and the Avenue and the Old Navy and the Barnes & Noble.
Right.
You also had a few restaurants like Chili's or Red Brick Station.
Yeah, but around in the course of the years,
Mm-hmm.
it was the movie theater was there, Barnes & Noble's, Old Navy, and then it just grew. It became more stores, the ice cream shop, then it became Chico's was there, then all of a sudden they started adding more, how would I say, upper scale restaurants over the course of the years.
So here I am at the Avenue doing a little bit of field research, and if you listen, even on a Sunday night after all regular businesses would have closed, you still get the glimpse of various people walking around of all different cultures and backgrounds, just generally having a really good time. Everybody's sitting, relaxing, enjoying their beverages, and generally perusing around the area, just vibing off of very different social climates. Various speakers are lined in the trees, the bushes, out of general sight, playing really classic hits as well as today's best hits. You also get the sense and ambiance of suburban peace, just a overall nice classness of enjoying the outside. Very pleasant spring evening. I am Julian Smith, otherwise known as Smitty Soliloquy. Thank you so much for listening.